Super cyclone Amphan hit West Bengal on 20th May 2020. With wind speeds reaching 190 km per hour, it hit hard. Livelihoods have been destroyed, houses torn down, power systems disrupted, mobile networks blacked out, and the world's largest continuous ecosystem, the Sundarbans, remain decimated. I'm Shashwat Das, and let's talk about the aftermath of Cyclone Amphan on the Sundarbans. With over one-third of the mangrove forests in Sundarban destroyed and saline water from the seas rushing into the farms, over 17,800 hectares of land has completely been destroyed and will not be usable for the next few years. The freshwater ponds, or also known as the pukur, have filled in with saline water, killing the fish and also rendering it useless for the next few years.
সুন্দরবনের নদী বাঁধ ভেঙে এলাকায় নোনা জল ঢুকে পুকুরে প্রচুর মাছ টাছ মরে গেছে, গরিব এলাকা। তবে সুন্দরবন মানুষ খুব অসহায়ের মধ্যে আছে এই আমফানের তাণ্ডবে। জানি না কি হবে।
The surge of seawater in this ecologically sensitive area has left a harsh impact on its farming and fishing communities across several hundred villages. Sundarban Delta is home to many endangered species such as the Royal Bengal tiger, the Gangetic dolphins, and many others. Covering a vast area over thousands of kilometers, the mangrove forests are formed at the delta, which is created by the confluence of river Ganges, Brahmaputra, and the Meghna river going into the Bay of Bengal. Heritiera forms the dominant mangrove species in this Sundarban Delta, which is locally known as Sundari. In an ever-warming climate, cyclones have become a rather usual phenomenon across the world. In the eastern coast of India, especially Odisha and West Bengal, cyclones are a yearly phenomenon. Cyclones like Aila, Foni, Bulbul, and the recent super cyclone Amphan are just some of the many cyclones to hit this area and have caused tremendous amount of damage. All the damage caused by the cyclone Amphan, the sheer scale of the damage, is in fact just mitigated damage. It would have been way worse if not for swift evacuations and for the mangrove forests. Scientifically, there isn't a lot that can be said about evacuations other than that they are necessary response for an oncoming cyclone in a low-lying area. But there is a lot that can be said about the mangrove forests of Sundarban. Thriving in saline, brackish waters, these mangrove forests have undergone physical and physiological changes to its root systems known as pneumatophores to adapt to its environment. These pneumatophores slightly stick out of the ground in the way that their root system is structured, which help them stabilize the ground, preventing soil erosion due to the tidal waves. Having a dense tree cover and multiple root branches, it causes friction which drastically reduces the wind speeds of oncoming cyclones, helps break tidal waves, and stop storm surge triggers. A recent UNESCO report has suggested that anthropogenic rise in sea levels could destroy 75% of the Sundarban mangrove forest by the end of the 21st century. Agricultural activities have already destroyed 17,000 hectares of mangrove forest in the last 3 decades, and shrimp cultivation has destroyed another 7,500 hectares of mangrove forest. So, what are destroying these mangrove forests? These natural cyclone barriers are slowly disappearing due to an increase in cyclones caused by a warming climate, rising sea levels submerging their habitat, and rapid deforestation for agricultural and shrimp cultivation. The latest super cyclone Amphan has, in a single sweep, destroyed one-third of the Sundarban mangrove forest. This dynamic ecosystem of the Sundarban Delta is also the primary source of livelihood for over 4.2 million people, who otherwise will be rendered both jobless and homeless if the mangrove forests keep on depleting at such an alarming rate. We need to protect the Sundarbans to safeguard our future and for ourselves. Speak up for the Sundarbans and reach out to us using the hashtag #WeForNature.